Okay, so what is more important, basketball plays or basketball drills? So many players, or coaches I should say, get confused between the two as to which are more important. There are a lot of coaches who will go out and say, let's just practice plays the entire practice because we need to be able to associate ourselves with 15 different offenses, with 18 different options per offense, blah, 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 blah. While there's other coaches who will go out and say, we just want to improve, we want to get better, and the offense will come by itself. And both coaches, or both types of coaches, are technically correct and also incorrect at the same time. You need to have a balance between plays and drills, but that doesn't just mean that, let's say we have a 2-hour practice where we have an hour of drills and an hour of plays. That's not always the case to be able to split it up like that. Let me explain. So while I personally like to have, with my AAU teams, to have an hour of drills, individual skills, team drills, things like that, maybe a little bit of a 3-on-3 game where we can really focus on defense, help defense, pass and screen, things like that. And then for the second hour, I like to focus on plays, but also drills that teach the plays. For example, if you want a simple offense that you can run with every single age group of basketball team, make sure to go check out the complete guide to the 5-out basketball offense down in the description below. If we have in our offense a pass and cut offense, where player 1 will pass over to player 4 and then he will cut to the rim. Instead of practicing for a whole hour pass and cut, where now they basically get so bored that they are no longer paying attention and the ball hits them in the head. Now, don't laugh because that has actually happened in my practices. You can actually set up a drill where you've got 3 lines. Player 4 will pass the ball out to player 1. He will then go and cover and play defense on player 1. As soon as player 1 gets that ball, he's going to pass to player 3. And while player 4 is recovering out to player 1 is going to cut to the rim and attack the rim. Player 4 is going to try and stop him and follow, and player 3 is then going to pass to player 1 and finish at the rim. When they're attacking that rim, we really want them to attack, and when they receive this ball, to only take 1 or less dribbles. We want them to attack hard and not to be afraid of getting blocked. If, for example, you have a drive and kick offense, which I personally run myself with one of my teams, because learning the drive, kick, swing style offense is actually a good idea, because it teaches a lot of players how to move off ball. In this drill, we're going to have 2 lines. This is going to be the coach in this case, and player 1 is going to drive, kick the ball out to player 5, and because in the drive and kick offense, you would then fill out to the opposite side to teach that movement. We have player 1 then go give the coach a high five while player 5 is attacking the rim. As soon as player 1 gives that high five to coach, he then sprints back and tries to stop player 5 from scoring. You can also set this up with a drive, kick, swing, where essentially the same thing, where player 1 attacks the rim, kicks the ball out to player 3. Player 1 then gives a high five to player 1. Player 3 then passes over to player 5 and follows his pass. And then player 5 attacks, player 1 tries to defend, and player 5 tries to score. Now we are not just teaching a singular skill like shooting or dribbling, we are now teaching how to attack the rim, how to run our plays in a drill, but also how to play recovery and help defense, and also being able to basically score against a defender who is playing help or recovery defense. These are great options to be able to run with your team as a drill that also incorporate the play that we run. It's always a fantastic idea to try and find play or drills that teach our plays so that we don't have to continuously over and over and over again teach our plays. We can just run drills the entire practice, which sometimes are more fun. And, of course, in this case, win more games maybe. So when it comes to drills and plays, yes, you need to be able to do both. While drills can be a lot more fun than a singular drill where you're just dribbling the ball, go through your legs, dribble through your legs. Instead of doing a singular drill like that, we can now incorporate, because you're still learning ball handling skills in this drill. You're learning that you can only really attack the rim with 2 or 3 dribbles before you slow yourself down too much to be able to score. Because when we attack the rim, we really want to have our players only dribbling at a maximum of 3. Even if they're U11 players, they should really only be attacking the rim with 3 dribbles. Because now they're attacking more aggressively, they're getting there faster, they're taking longer steps, they're able to get to that rim much faster. That's the overall theme there. When you start getting to the pro level, you can really only attack the rim with 1 dribble, maybe 2 at max, until you start collecting multiple defenders, called a double team or a triple team. So, while it's great to have a lot of plays, we also need to have a lot of drills in our back pocket that we can pull from to be able to teach our team how to play basketball better. Because if we're youth basketball coaches, our whole main goal is to get them to love the sport, for one, and number 2, become better basketball players. Every kid wants to play in the pros. Let's get them there. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. Hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure to go check out my complete guide to the 5-out offense down in the description below.